And this is a normal speed for me. And now we dance.
Welcome to Bowling Over 50, your YouTube channel for great bowling instruction. Make sure you like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to get a notice for upcoming videos. Drop us a comment or question. We're excited to hear from you. Hit that subscribe button right now and join the game.
Welcome back to Bowling Over 50. I'm Berger. I'm real excited about bringing this video to you. I'm excited about the channel in general. I started this channel for bowlers that are a little older, over 50 years old, but what I found is that we're getting a lot of beginning bowlers who want instruction, and you guys are working hard out there. I get a lot of comments about how you're improving and how much you're enjoying our videos, so I'm going to keep bringing instructional videos to you like the one we're going to have today. What we're going to be talking about today is the amount of force, the amount of effort you have to use on your lower body versus your upper body. So you're going to hear me talk a lot about making bowling stress-free. Not only today, but in videos to come. Stress-free bowling is more fun, it's more accurate, and produces higher results. So we're going to talk about how to continue to get better and have more of a stress-free bowling experience based on where your power comes from. So all the coaches out there have a different opinion about the percentage of body used to create a bowling swing. But we all agree on one thing, which is power comes from your legs. You're going to hear Mark Berger talk about his 70-30. Power 70% legs, 30% upper body. You're going to watch bowlers that are professional, they're going to talk about 90-10. That 90% of their power comes from the leg and 10% comes from their upper body. I prescribe to all of those things because they're all right. Because we all agree on one thing, your power comes from your legs. I prescribe to the opinion that everything up here is more of a pendulum, a swing set, something that is effortless, that is not something you have to think about. We're letting gravity do the work for us. And the power, the speed of the bowling ball is going to come from my legs. So I say 80% of your power comes from your legs, 20% from your upper body, and none of it comes from your shoulders. It is all in how gravity affects the swing. So the more power you have in your legs, the more speed you will have on the lane and with the bowling ball. Speed comes from your legs. So I am 6'4", 6'3", depending on how you look at it, and I have a very long pendulum. The longer my pendulum, the more inertia, the more momentum I can put on the ball, the more velocity I can put on the bowling ball because I have a longer swing arc. Bowlers that are a little bit shorter have a lower swing arc and they need more power to come from their legs. I actually, because of how fast I throw the ball naturally with my long swing arc, is I actually try to slow my legs down. That way I am not throwing the ball so hard. One of the things you've got to remember when throwing a bowling ball is that your momentum of the bowling ball can't supersede the revolutions of the bowling ball. The speed, the velocity of the ball cannot supersede or be bigger than the revolutions you're putting on the bowling ball. So I'm a low rev rate bowler. I don't have a lot of rev rate. I am what's called speed dominant. My ball doesn't rotate a whole lot of times. Many bowlers over 50 have the same issue. So I don't want my velocity of my ball to go so far past the number of revolutions that I'm putting on the bowling ball. So I have to slow my feet down. But if I want to speed the ball up, I have to speed my legs up and create more power through my legs. So we're going to try to show that today. Speed control is something I'm fairly good at, but in speeding things up and actually creating more speed with my legs is something I have a challenge with, because I'm always trying to throw it slower and slower and slower. Many of you, beginning bowlers and bowlers that are over 50, you want to increase that. So you've got to increase the speed of your legs. So we're going to just throw a basic shot right now. So I'm just going to throw a normal shot to kind of get a cadence so you can see how fast my legs move. Ooh, haven't thrown a shot in a while, so that was interesting. I am in a practice session, as I tell you all the time. Do not reset your pins. Go ahead and throw at your spares. I have not thrown at a spare in a while, so this could be interesting. I did get it. So we're going to throw another one, just so you can kind of get a pace for my feet, and then we're going to try to change things. What I want you to notice when I'm throwing this shot is that my upper body is very quiet. You will not see any muscles being used in my upper body other than to hold the ball upright. I'll push the ball out, and at that point, I'm going to let gravity do most of the work. So here we go. So, most of my power is coming from right down here in my legs. When I am in the top of my backswing and I'm driving to the line, I'm pushing off with this leg, and I'm using that force to speed the ball up. So if I needed to speed the ball up, if I needed to gain more speed and more velocity, which is dangerous for me with my low rev rate, I am going to scoot back on the approach a little bit, give myself some more room, and speed my feet up a little bit. So I'm actually going to move the ball down in my stance just a little bit. We all have an internal clock, okay? And our internal clock, when you're swinging the ball, is telling you where you need to be on the lane. Most people think to get the ball to go faster, we're going to hold the ball up higher. Well, now that takes longer for your swing to go all the way through, and your feet end up slowing down. So to get the ball to move faster, if you push the ball down in your stance a little bit and move back on your approach, your feet will have to go faster to finish the swing. And again, all your power, all your speed, all the velocity of the ball comes from your legs. So what we're going to do is we're going to move back on the approach about 1.5 feet. We're going to look at the same spot, and I'm going to, this is my normal, so we're going to drop the ball down and see if we can't increase the speed a little bit. Okay, if you notice, that ball came in light. The ball was going faster. Wasn't going a whole lot faster, but it was going faster. And because it was going faster, it had less time for the ball to turn in and strike. So it was going a little too fast. So here we go. I'm not going to reset my pins. I'm just going to try to throw at my 10 pin. Not perfect, but I got it. So here we go again. We're going to try to speed the ball up. I'm going to move back on the approach about 1.5 feet. I'm going to move back to the right 2 boards, so I'm actually going to be standing on 21. I'm going to look at 8, which is a 2-in-1 move back right, because I'm throwing the ball a little faster. Holding the ball down lower. Here we go. maybe too big a move to the right. But the ball is definitely going faster. All right, this is a 9-pin. 9-pin. For the 9 pins, I put my left foot on 30. I can see the 29 board to my right, and I am going to look at 19 at the arrows. Just kind of giving you an idea of where I stand for my spares. All right, let's try to get lined up with throwing the ball faster. So that was too big a move. So I'm going to move back a board. So I'm standing on 22 now. I can see the 21 board to the right of my foot. I'm about 1.5 feet back from where I normally go. And I'm still going to look at 8. There's my normal. I'm bringing it down. And we're going to let my legs do the speed. 10-pin. Typical for me. That's typical. When I throw the ball faster, I tend to leave a lot more 10-pins. I need to throw the ball a little bit slower. So that's what we'll do next. Let's pick up this 10-pin though. All right, so now I'm going to attempt to throw the ball slower than normal. So what I'm going to do is, again, most of your power, the speed of the ball comes from your legs and how fast your legs are moving. So I am going to scoot up on the approach. I'm going to throw the ball, hold the ball, my normal to maybe a touch higher, and that should slow the ball down enough to get around the corner. I'll go back to where I was before, where I was striking. So there's my normal, there's my new. There's normal, I'm gonna throw it up just a little bit. And now the ball slowed down, and you can see, I think you can see, the hook on that ball was a lot greater. So all I did with that is I moved up on the approach, moved the ball a little higher in my stance, not a whole lot higher. Because I was closer to the foul line, my feet moved slower. The ball moved slower. Because of my legs and the velocity of the ball was shorter, smaller, and my velocity of the bowling ball did not supersede the revolutions I was putting on the ball. All right, so here we go again. There's my normal. There's my new. There's my normal. We're going to raise it up just a little bit, and here we go. Woo! The ball was slower. The revolutions I'm putting on the ball are exactly the same, but the ball was slower. So when the ball slowed down enough, it really took off and hooked. 3-pin, I throw the 3-pin exactly the same way I throw it a 9-pin, standing on 30, looking at 19. So now we're going to take one last shot. I've shown you slower. Again, to speed the ball up, I moved back on the approach, lowered my bowling ball. I lowered the bowling ball because that makes my swing shorter and my feet have to go faster to catch up with the bowling ball. To throw the ball slower, I moved up on the approach. Counterintuitive, I raised the ball just a little bit to make the ball swing faster, which means I have to get my feet slow enough to match up with the ball speed. And now I'm going to go back to my normal swing, which I usually start around the dots. I put the ball of my foot on the dots. I'm standing on 23 looking at, you can see 22. to the right side of my foot. And I'm going to look at 8, and this is a normal speed for me. I know all that sounds backwards. You would think to throw the ball slower, you would hold the ball lower. Wrong. All your speed, all your velocity comes from your legs. Your body should be 20% of what you do. It should be like a pendulum. It should be like a swing set. It's just back and forth, letting gravity do the work for you. Your speed, the velocity of the ball comes from your legs. So if you need to slow the ball down, you move up on the approach. To speed the ball up, you move back on the approach. To slow the ball down, you hold the ball a little higher to make the swing a little faster, so your feet have to catch up with it, but they don't have as far to travel, so they can't get as much momentum. If you are speeding the ball up, you move back on the approach and hold the ball a little bit lower, so your feet have to go fast to catch up with your swing. I know it's backwards, I know it seems backwards, but changing speeds is very important in bowling. Sometimes your ball doesn't want to hook. The ball has to slow down to hook. So sometimes you need to move up on the approach to slow that ball down so it will read the pattern and hook. Sometimes you're just getting too much hook and the lanes are really dry and you need a little bit more speed on it. Move back on the approach and lower your ball and get to the line a little bit faster. That's backwards, counterintuitive, but that's how you do it in bowling to stay consistent, because speed is very, very important, because the ball does have to slow down before it hooks. If you throw it fast, it can't hook while it's going fast. So sometimes you have to slow it down. Sometimes it's too fast. It's too dry and you need to speed it up, so you need to speed your ball up. It's not good to be a one-trick pony. Being versatile, changing speeds is very important to bowling and helping you getting more strikes. Because again, remember, we're trying to get this ball on a 6-degree angle going through the pins. That means it's got to hook. It's got to skid in the right places. It's got to hook in the right place. And it's got to roll on a 6-degree angle towards the pins for you to get strikes consistently. So that's bowling over 50. I hope this gives you a little tidbit on how to help you change the speed of your bowling ball. If you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe. Subscribing doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps me out a bunch, and I'm having so much fun giving instruction and trying to help you guys improve. And you guys that are watching all the way to the end of this video, you guys are the real ones. You're the ones that want to get better. You're the ones that are going to raise your average in league this next year, and I'm super proud of you. Keep doing that. Thank you for watching Bowling Over 50. I want you guys to go out and have fun and good bowling.